Today we're going to be testing out peanut butter dog treats. The author is Christy Johnstone, and hers looks something like this. I don't think ours will be that pretty, but we'll see.
Aww.
Food, glorious
No,
food, a Muddy Mastiffs production.
And we're going to have a taste test and see which Zuri and Zelda like better, because I have made some real quick and easy dog treats. You will find them on my YouTube shorts. Super fast, and stuck them in the freezer to set up while I make these more official peanut butter dog treats. And goal is to be able to put treats in this bucket that I got. The last dog treats that I got from the store, they smelled like Play-Doh. It wasn't this bucket, I don't think. It was the peanut butter flavored ones, and they smelled like Play-Doh. So I figured I could make dog treats for cheaper that would be better for the dogs, that would be yummier. So make sure your peanut butter... Oh my goodness, this Tupperware mat has seen some better days. Alright, here's our Father's Day pie from church. Preheat the oven to 350. Bake 350 and start. Alright, back over here. Okay, this recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, half a cup of natural peanut butter, so peanut butter that doesn't contain xylitol, 2 eggs, and 1/4 cup of water. So we just did a fast treat recipe, and we're gonna taste test the two. You can look for that on my YouTube shorts. Well, I don't have a half cup scoop. Oh, here it is. We'll use this one. This is a good one because you can push it out. Peanut butter is real sticky. So I'm gonna reuse the bowl that I just used in my other recipe to save dishes and melt the peanut butter in it. And here I've got my peanut butter from the discount grocery. My mom picked it up for me. Like I said, last time I bought treats from the store, I buy big buckets of treats like this, but they smelled like Play-Doh and it was disgusting, and I thought I could probably make some better treats for cheaper. So I think the giant things of peanut butter were $5 something at the discount grocery, and then flour. So you can probably tell I'm a bit of a messy cook. We'll clean up when we're done. Popping it in the microwave. And let's do about maybe 45 seconds, 30-45 seconds. And while that's cooking, now I know the recipe did not call for microwaving it. I'm just doing it because I think it's gonna be easier because I am hand mixing. It says combine flour, eggs, and peanut butter in a large bowl to make a thick, crumbly dough. So I know I need 2 cups of flour, and I'm gonna go ahead and swing around and grab the peanut butter. As you can tell, I'm not a perfectionist at all. I mean, I am a little bit, but I try not to. I'm happy you're not being too much of a perfectionist, so sue me. All right, so I got my melty peanut butter, and I'm just gonna dump it in here. And I'm saving dishes. I'm batching up these different recipes of dog treats, sort of using the same dishes and the same counter, so I only have to make a mess once. And we're gonna taste test and see which ones I like best. All right, so I got my half cup of peanut butter. Now I'm gonna do 2 cups of flour. 1. This is turning out to be pretty easy. 2. All right, now I'm supposed to add the egg. 2 eggs. They love boiled eggs too, so fast and easy dog treat idea number 2 or 3. Which one are we on now? So this would be number 2 or 3. Boiled eggs. All right, back to the current video that we are filming. All right, I'm gonna add my eggs to my dog treat recipe. And I'm gonna throw these in the trash real quick and wash my hands. Now the recipe says that the water that you add is basically just to make it the right consistency. It says add water 1 tablespoon at a time until you can form the dough into a large ball. So I imagine it's sort of like making biscuits. So you can see with the egg and the peanut butter, it's still pretty floury, so I know I'm gonna need some flour. But I don't think you want this recipe to be too runny because you want to bake them up into those hard dog biscuits that you can store. And I'll probably still keep them in the freezer if I make too many for a week because I doubt I'm going to get them fully dry. Being a non-perfectionist, we're just going to eyeball this. And I'm just trying to get it to where it forms a a sticky dough, but not a runny dough. Just about there. All right, we're about good there. Now I'm supposed to roll it out on a floured surface, I believe, just like you would do for biscuits. Except we'll probably do these a little bit thinner. It says on a clean floured surface, roll out the dough. Roll out the dough. Use cookie cutters or a knife to cut into individual treats. Place the treats on a baking sheet and for 15 minutes, that's longer than a cookie. So I think they're intending to get these pretty dry and then let cool before feeding. Put my flour lid back on. Why'd I do that? Flour. Now these are for dogs, so I'm not so stressed out about, preparing it like you would for people. So definitely, your dog is gonna appreciate some yummy homemade treats. Don't worry about making it perfect, unless you got the time and energy for that, and I don't. Done is better than perfect. Now, kind of thinking I don't want to get a rolling pin dirty. I don't know, maybe I should because it's my first time testing this recipe. Well, I couldn't find a rolling pin and I don't think it's that big of a deal. Let's just pretend it's biscuits and do it by hand. I'm not going to knead it as much as I would for people biscuits because I don't want it to be too floury for them. I don't know, maybe I should knead it once. Just a little bit. Because now that I'm thinking about it, the cookie cutter is going to go through it. And it might stick if I don't flour it up a little bit better. Now it's supposed to be about 1/4 inch thick. So, see how close you think I do? Drop down in the comments if you're still watching how thick you think that I make this, because I'm not measuring, I'm just estimating. What would you do? This takes me back to making biscuits when I was growing up here. My edge separated a little bit, but at the end you're gonna put them, when you take the little crumbles together, the pieces together, and you make a new little biscuit. Oh, I didn't get out my cookie sheet yet. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and grease it with some Pam. If I can find my mom's Pam. So for those of you who don't know, we're in transition. I am getting better from a long-term neurological disorder. And so I'm staying with my parents temporarily until my husband and I get a house. Okay, I greased the pan kind of over the sink, but I brought it over here to show you. Now the fun part. I'm gonna cut shapes. My dad got these out for me. Oh, it's all Christmas themed. I guess we could do the little angel and the little hat. And then I've got a heart and a round. I'm gonna do an angel first cut. Oh, how cute is that? You guys need to come closer so you can see this better. Here's our first little angel to go feed to your baby angels. Okay, that's kind of creepy, isn't it? All right, now we'll do a heart. There we go. And I like the hearts, they're pretty easy. And let's try a hat. I feel like you guys don't see as well from there. Let me rearrange this camera if I can. Okay, so we're cutting out the dog treats right now. We got this cute little hat. Let's see if I can get it to stay. Nope, didn't work. So far we've got an angel, 2 hearts, cute little hat, their angel. Oops, don't want to take off its head. All right, let's go back to hearts. I like the hearts. Well, we'll do one more of these just to make it not so lonely so they can each have a hat. All right, back to the hearts. I like the hearts. Hearts are easy. All right, here's the fun part. If you remember making biscuits as a kid or Christmas cookies, you cut out your shapes and then you put the dough back together to make yourself a new canvas. All right, drop in the comments how thick you, did I make this a 1/4 inch or do you think it's too thick or too thin? Smelling this is kind of making me hungry. Like it smells good. I'm all about less dishes, so seeing how many if I can just only use the 1 cookie sheet. Fast and easy cookies for dogs. All right, now you guys remember this from making biscuits when you were a kid? You guys remember this from making biscuits when you were a kid? You take the last little bit of dough and you stick it right in there, except I think I have a little too much for that. Might have to do 1 more round. I think I got about 2 cookies worth. All right, so you guys remember this from when you were a kid? You take your last little bit of dough from your biscuit, in this case dog biscuit, and it smells delicious. I'm telling you what, it makes me hungry. And you put it right down in the shaper, and this will be an extra thick cookie. They can split it. All right, now we're gonna pop it in the oven for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna see if it needs any adjustment, like I might do a little less or a little bit more. We'll check on them. Ouch. Set the timer for 15 minutes and start. All right. Now there's the dishes. Everybody's favorite part, right? Just about done. Oh, look at that. Fresh dog treats. Now I am not a perfectionist. Done is better than perfect. Ta-da! Fast and easy dog treats. Timer off. So while those are cooling, we're gonna come back over here to recipe number 3.